Hey, good Thursday morning to you once again. Time for another Kirkland Lake GoldMiners chant. We've been talking to players all season long, and another installment for you. This week we have number 8 in your program, Camille Marcoux, in studio with us this morning. Good morning, Camille. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
I am always good. Thanks for taking time to stop in and chat with us for a bit this morning. So you are a rookie centerman in junior hockey. Transition going pretty good so far?
Well, it's getting a little better now, but at the beginning it was a little rough.
A bit of an adjustment, coming from Everest Academy?
Yeah, a bit of an adjustment. Speed's a little faster here.
Okay. Yeah. But now it's starting to slow down for you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so it's all good now. So one thing people notice when they look at their program is Goose Bay, Labrador. What I know of Goose Bay is my uncle, way back when in the early 60s, came from Jamaica. His very first job was at the Air Force Base in Goose Bay. Yeah. And he arrived in January, and it was like a million below zero. And that was his introduction to Canada, coming from Jamaica. So how did you guys wind up in Goose Bay?
Well, we moved there when I was pretty young for my dad's job.
Okay.
He got offered to be like a private bush pilot for this private hunting and fishing company.
So was he a career pilot?
Yeah. He was.
Okay. You going to follow him in his footsteps?
No, not really. Thought about it, but...
So how old were you when you were born in Quebec?
Yeah.
How old were you when you got to Goose Bay?
I was around 5 years old.
Okay, so you essentially learned to play hockey in Goose Bay.
Yeah.
So what was that whole minor hockey system like? I gather Goose Bay is roughly the size of Kirkland Lake population-wise?
Yeah, a little smaller, actually.
A little bit smaller?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the minor hockey situation like for you growing up?
There was like house league.
Okay.
That was just like 2 teams because that's how much players were.
And it was all kids of parents from the base, basically?
No, just from Goose Bay.
Oh, just from the town, okay.
A couple kids from the base, and we had also an all-star team.
Okay.
That was like the best players, and we did tournaments like in Lab City.
Okay.
We had a big provincial tournament at the end of the year where we went to Newfoundland.
Okay.
And competed over there. And
back then, that would have been a huge deal, right? A huge trip for you guys?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was lots of fun, and we also had AAA.
Okay.
At the age of Pee Wee and higher.
All right.
And
how big was the league? About how many teams? Do you remember?
It was actually just a couple tournaments, but it was like six teams.
Most recently, you were at Everest Academy, which I find kind of cool because there's, 4 of you guys here from Everest?
Yeah.
And you all played together. You're all basically the same age. So it must have made the transition coming to Kirkland Lake, coming to a strange little town, a whole lot easier knowing you had some buddies to sort of lean on, right?
Oh, for sure. It was very exciting when I learned me and Renzo were going to both be together in the same billet. And
okay, so you guys billet together.
Yeah.
Who are your billet family?
The Crickards.
Oh, right on. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned Lucas Renzoni because I joke you and Lucas are like twins. When you see one, just keep looking. The other one's about to show up. You guys are everywhere together.
Yeah.
You've been a well-traveled young man, born in Quebec. You were down in Newfoundland, Labrador. Now you're in Ontario. Does it take an adjustment going from place to place, or are you used to it now because you've done it so often?
I mean, now I'm used to it. 'Cause, yeah, like you said, I've done it so often. But at the beginning, it was a little rougher.
Okay.
You know, because I was a little more shy or whatever. But now it's basically a routine.
Now you're in here like a dirty sock.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Sidney Crosby.
Your favorite team?
Pittsburgh.
Do you have a favorite pregame meal?
Well, now I usually have salad before my games.
Okay. So you're probably the healthiest eating kid on the team.
No.
If you could have seen the expression on his face, you'd understand. No means no.
No.
Okay, if you weren't playing hockey, what sport would you be playing?
Probably soccer or football.
Did you play a lot of soccer growing up?
I did, yeah.
You play football too?
I did,
What
too.
position did you play? See, I'm an old football guy. What position did you play?
For football, I played running back.
Okay. Back in the day, it's a good thing we're quite far apart in age because I was a linebacker. I'd have been chasing you down back in the day. You're still relatively young, but what would you say up to this point has been your greatest hockey moment?
Probably when I was Pee-wee. We had our all-star team go to this big international Pee-wee tournament in Quebec.
You played in the Quebec City tournament?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, we were the first team ever from Labrador to go there.
Cool.
Yeah, and getting to play in the old Quebec Stadium.
In the Colisée?
The Colisée, yeah. It was just really amazing, and it was cool. Yeah.
If I whispered to you and said, 137 years ago, I played in that tournament too.
Oh, really?
But I was Pee-wee age a long time ago. And I think there's a couple other guys on the squad that played in that tournament.
Oh, probably.
As Pee-wees as well.
Yeah, it's a big tournament. So.
Are you superstitious? Do you have routines you go through before the game? One skate, the left skate goes on first all the time, anything like that?
Not really. I just have to have my salad just before every game.
Who makes the salad?
I make my salad.
You make the salad?
Yeah.
Okay, chores at home. Who does what? As far as chores go.
We usually split chores.
Okay.
But now that winter's come, I usually I'm the one who shovels the driveway and stuff like that.
Well, you're the one from Goose Bay, Labrador, right? You use the snow above your head and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And
do either one of you cook?
Oh, we both cook. Yeah.
Who's the better cook?
Depends. For steaks and barbecue.
Okay, what's your specialty?
I'm the barbecue guy.
And I would imagine Lucas would be the pasta guy.
He's the pasta guy. He does pretty good.
How's his sauce?
Oh, it's good.
It's good?
His nana sauce is amazing.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get to taste it too much because he keeps it for himself. But,
We've got a pair of games this weekend. We have Sioux Thunderbirds in town tomorrow night. 7:30 at the complex. It's the Neofax game. We're asking all our fans to bring an unwrapped toy, brighten up a child's Christmas. French River Rapids will be in town Sunday afternoon at 4. Camille Marcoux with us this morning. Any shout-outs for folks back home?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my dad and mom and my brother back home.
Right on.
My 2 dogs.
Your 2 dogs?
Very special.
What are their names?
Bella and Maya.
So you miss those guys?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for taking time with us this morning, Camille. Best of luck tomorrow night against the Thunderbirds and the Rapids on Sunday afternoon.
Thank you.